The Mystery of BELICENA VILLCA. Fifth Book. Epilogue, or Prologue. Chapter 13. It was seen that they would not be common human beings. At midway, when we didn't separate us from the plane of the door yet, and were not completely visible from there, this was opened at a stroke to leave pass for two men of enormous body. One jumped outside, and the other remained in the threshold. Contrasted by an inner light, we had in front of us the two ancient gentlemen, impeccably dressed, with their English suits of fine confection. The first who went out was Pere, wielding a handgrip with two globes, the fatal Dorji. Instantaneously, he lifted the weapon against Uncle Kurt, at the time that his face was decomposed of terror. I comprehended that the human demon was not seeing Uncle Kurt, but the sign of the origin, the absolute truth of the spirit, that dissolved the essential lie of its own illusory existence. Notwithstanding, he was going to shoot the mortal ray, but Uncle Kurt was faster. On the run, almost without aiming, he pulled the trigger, and it was enough. The gunshot took Pere in the midst of the chest. It lifted him a meter, and thrown him many meters beyond. Simultaneously, I, who was not precisely a professional command, stopped, aimed, and shot 2 times, impacting in the stomach and in the chest of the demon Bursa. The 18 ammunition, wisely spread by such magnificent weapon, crushed Bursa against the doorframe without giving him time for anything. Soon, screamed Uncle Kurt, at seeing that nothing had remained stationary, resisting myself to believe that everything ended. Quickly, prepare the acid, Echiro. Hurry up, before Avalokiteshvara be manifested. Avalokitesh? I asked, surprised. Gods. Avalokiteshvara, the merciful. That was the fail in my plan, about Captain Kiev, warned, as failed. I had forgotten to Avalokiteshvara. Now, it was clear, and that forgetfulness could make fail the plan, even cost our lives. The Great Mother would never permit the 2 of her best children be destroyed, not if she could stop it. That was justly one of her cosmic functions. Protect her children, animal men, calm the fear of their souls. And, if she achieved to erase the fear of Bore and Bishwa, just appease it, all my plan would fall as a castle of cards. We could even suffer a counterattack of the demons, already recovered, who, then, would know in which world find us. To evaluate these possibilities paralyzed me. I untied the ropes laboriously, and I went down the carafe of acid of my back. Uncle Kurt, displaying his extraordinary ability, had already extracted the heart of Bore, replacing it by a horrible gap, by which emanated abundant blood, which formed a puddle around the corpse. He put the smoky heart inside the mushroom hat, which was floating over the blood, as a grotesque replica at the boat of Karen, and rapidly, he knelt upon the exanimate body of Bishwa. With accurate cuts of the mountain knife, sharp as a razor, when cutting the waistcoat of fine English cashmere, and the not less valuable shirt of Chinese silk, at reaching the flesh, he practiced a profound central incision, which then would grow till expose the extreme of the ribs, and the thoracic cavity, which in those demons was located at the right side of the body. Uncle Kurt knew it. I discovered consternated. And think that I dared to put his honor through his paces. He not only knew that we could fail, he also knew why we could fail. And nevertheless have known it, he stayed in silence to fulfill the orders of the Lord of Venus. I remembered the advice of Captain Kiev. At finalizing the operation, you'll see what you didn't contemplate at the beginning, but, if you would have seen at the beginning, it would prevent you to end the operation. Avalokiteshvara, she was what I didn't contemplate at the beginning, because if I would have supposed that her mercy would aid the demons to overcome the panic, I'd have not started the Operation Boomerang. And Uncle Kurt had understood it then. He, who complained of not comprehend anything, but he had remained in silence, because he knew how much I wanted to attack the demons. For that reason, he made me buy the sulfuric acid, without giving me more explanations. He had a theory too. He knew in alchemist manner to neutralize the protection of the Great Mother Bina, or knew how to maintain the panic of the demons. Promptly, I'd know what the answer was. About the sulfuric acid, he had only told me, fix the organic matter in Saturn. At introducing the heart, seat of the soul, in the sulfuric acid, we are constellating the soul in Saturn, situating it in the beginning of the universe, and contributing to its involutional regression. According to the plan, to me, corresponded to introduce the hearts in the carafe of acid. But now, I presumed that such recommendation aimed to another objective, a part of the declared by Uncle Kurt. I put the carafe in the door threshold, and I uncovered it. I took the mushroom hat, which had recently received its second heart, and I placed it beside him. And, not without certain repugnance, I disposed myself to take the diabolic organs. Was then, when I stopped fascinated, and then, I remained paralyzed of fright. It is written, the hearts belong to Avalokiteshvara. The heart of the animal man, the earthen man, received the protection of Great Mother Bina, by means of the intelligentsia of Eve, and his crepuscular consciousness received more light, by means of the sepulchre of the Great Father Akma.